Hello.
Afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm also doing great. Thank you for asking. How about the weather today?
Today, it's cloudy, so
Cloudy,
not so hot. Yeah,
not so hot. It's
but it,
better than.
yeah, it's better than yesterday. But it's so humid. You know.
Yes, also, that's the
Yeah,
consequence, right?
yeah.
Yes. What did you do this morning?
In this morning, so I did my routine work, like just walking my dog and eating breakfast and yeah, sleeping. You
Okay.
know.
If I may ask, do you have a work?
uh, Work? Yes, yes, I do. Yeah, I'm office worker. Yeah, but I'm now working remotely.
That's the reason why.
Mm,
It's more convenient, right?
yes, it's more convenient.
Yes. Okay, so let's start our lesson. Okay, we are going to study daily news in this lesson, and the title is Japan shows mixed feelings toward LGBT plus rights. Now let's have words and phrases. Let's learn some of the words that are used in the article. Let's have the first word, reservation.
Reservation.
This is a feeling of doubt because you do not agree completely with something. She accepted the offer but with some reservation.
She accepted the offer, but with some reservation.
Yes, in English, there are certain words that have the same meaning but different, and the same spelling but different meaning. It
Yes,
really,
I was surprised that yeah
yes,
seeing this meaning because yeah reservation
it's like
I
booking.
yeah booking yes
Yes,
reservation is like doubting or
yes, that's the reason why. So you really need to understand this example sentence.
yeah
Yes, that's the typical thing of learning the English. Okay, now let's have the next word,
reservation
involve.
involve.
Involve is to include someone or something in an activity. The new project will involve several departments.
And the new project will involve several departments.
Very good. Next, representation.
Representation.
This is the way someone or something is shown or described. The movie lacked accurate representation of historical facts.
The movie lacked accurate representation of historical facts.
Very good. Next, disclosure.
Disclosure.
This is the act of making something known or public. The full disclosure of the report shocked the public.
The full disclosure of the report shocked the public.
Very good. Next, speak out.
Speak out.
This is to express an opinion freely and publicly. He decided to speak out against the unfair policy.
He decided to speak out against the unfair policy.
Very good. Any questions about the words?
Hmm. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now let's have the comprehension. Let's check the questions that you will have to answer later. So please look at the questions as I read them twice. Number one, what do many people in Japan think about discrimination against transgender people? What do many people in Japan think about discrimination against transgender people? Number two, what percentage of Japanese people support gender related medical help for teens? What percentage of Japanese people support gender related medical help for teens? Number three, how do many Japanese people feel about LGBT plus people showing affection in public? How do many Japanese people feel about LGBT plus people showing affection in public? Now let's move on to listening to the audio of the article. I will play it now.
Japan shows mixed feelings toward LGBT plus rights. A global polling company recently conducted a study on attitudes toward LGBT plus people in 26 countries. Among the results, Japan showed a unique position. While many in Japan believe discrimination against transgender individuals is low, support for broader LGBT plus rights remains limited. This reflects a complex mix of acceptance and reservation. The survey, conducted between April 25th and May 9th, involved about 1,000 people in Japan aged 16 to 74. It found that 33% believed transgender people face little or no discrimination. This was the highest percentage among the countries studied. In comparison, 39% said they faced significant discrimination, lower than in a European country where the rate was 50%. When asked about gender-related medical support for teenagers, 54% of Japanese participants were in favor. This rate was higher than the 23-country average of 51%. However, only 18% supported transgender athletes competing based on gender identity. Support for more LGBT plus representation in media was also low, at only 16%. Only 11% of Japanese respondents opposed public disclosure of LGBT identities. Still, just 26% supported it, far below the 47% average. Support for public displays of affection, such as holding hands, was also limited. These findings suggest a national tendency to accept quietly rather than speak out strongly on LGBT plus rights.
Okay, is everything clear to you, or do you want to listen one more time?
Let me listen again.
Okay.
Japan shows mixed feelings toward LGBT plus rights. A global polling company recently conducted a study on attitudes toward LGBT plus people in 26 countries. Among the results, Japan showed a unique position. While many in Japan believe discrimination against transgender individuals is low, support for broader LGBT plus rights remains limited. This reflects a complex mix of acceptance and reservation. The survey, conducted between April 25th and May 9th, involved about 1,000 people in Japan aged 16 to 74. It found that 33% believed transgender people face little or no discrimination. This was the highest percentage among the countries studied. In comparison, 39% said they faced significant discrimination, lower than in a European country where the rate was 50%. When asked about gender-related medical support for teenagers, 54% of Japanese participants were in favor. This rate was higher than the 23-country average of 51%. However, only 18% supported transgender athletes competing based on gender identity. Support for more LGBT plus representation in media was also low, at only 16%. Only 11% of Japanese respondents opposed public disclosure of LGBT identities. Still, just 26% supported it, far below the 47% average. Support for public displays of affection, such as holding hands, was also limited. These findings suggest a national tendency to accept quietly rather than speak out strongly on LGBT plus rights.
Okay. Now let's proceed to answering the questions. Number 1, what do many people in Japan think about discrimination against transgender people?
Many Japanese people believe discrimination against transgender individuals is low. Support for broader LGBT trans rights remain limited.
Yes, okay. While many in Japan believe discrimination against transgender individual is low, support for broader LGBT rights remains limited. Can you still do you have you observed about that? About the LGBT rights
Mm,
in your country?
uh, yes, yeah, actually, in my company, so there is an ambience to embrace those people. Like, my company emphasized the diversity and inclusion as a motto. So yeah, sometimes so we hold the event to focus on those people, and yeah, so to improve the impression on those people, and yeah, so to embrace those people in my in our company. So yeah, actually we have those actions in practice, but I don't know the
LGBT
situation in other country companies.
LGBT people are not common in your company.
mm, I'm not sure about the number of those people because yeah, they are likely to hide their
Uh,
personalities, due to so the
They are not showing
traditional,
yet the
yeah,
public.
yes, yeah, they are not making their direction, mm,
Yes. But
direction.
how about the Japanese government? Do the Japanese government have like against that LGBT rights or no?
Mm, it had started actually, but I don't think the support are enough to help all of those people, or yeah, enough to help, not enough to help those people be open about their sexual preferences. Yeah.
Yes, so it's we can really say it really depends on the situation, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
in other countries they tend to go against with LGBT, especially USA,
Mm-hmm.
President Donald Trump. Yes. Okay, let's try to answer number two. What percentage of Japanese people support gender-related medical help for teens?
Um, 54% of Japanese people were in favor.
Yes. Okay, it's 54%. Number three, how do many Japanese people feel about LGBT people showing affection in public?
Mm, 11% of Japanese people opposed public disclosure of LGBT identities.
Yes, it's we can really say it's also limited, right?
Yes, it's limited.
Yes. Okay, any questions so far?
No question so far.
Okay, now let's have the read out. Please read out the article.
Okay. Japan shows mixed feelings towards LGBT plus rights. A global polling company recently conducted a study on attitudes toward LGBT plus people in 26 countries. Among their results, Japan showed a unique position. While many in Japan believe discrimination against transgender individuals is low, support for broader LGBT plus rights remains limited. This reflects a complex mix of acceptance and reservation. The survey, conducted between April 25 and May 9, involved about 1,000 people in Japan aged 16 to 74. It found that 33% believed transgender people face little or no discrimination. This was the highest percentage among the countries studied. In comparison, 39% said they face significant discrimination, lower than in a European country where the rate was 50%. When asked about gender-related medical support for teenagers, 54% of Japanese participants were in favor. This rate was higher than the 23 country average of 51%. However, only 18% supported transgender athletes competing based on gender identity. Support for more LGBT plus representation in media was also low at only 16%. Only 11% of Japanese respondents opposed public disclosure of LGBT identities. Still, just 26% supported it, far below the 47% average. Support for public displays of affection, such as holding hands, was also limited. These findings suggest a national tendency to accept quietly rather than speak out strongly on LGBT plus rights.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much. So do you have any questions about the words in the article?
Nothing.
Okay, now let's have the discussion. I will read each question, then you can answer freely or open the answer kitab to have a better idea of how to answer. Number one, Do people in your country accept differences between others quietly? Explain your answer.
Mm, yes, I do. Mm, yes, the Japanese people are less likely to talk about those like touchy subjects uh, uh, in actual words in a conversation. So they try to uh, understand so gradually each other. So mm, the way the way is contributing to this, so accepting differences between others quietly. So mm, we are we learn and understand quietly, not
Yes.
not in actual conversation.
Yes, I can really say that yes, most of the people can understand the situation between the differences in gender, but not everyone will be able to show it publicly, right?
Yes.
Yes, and also especially with showing respect, I can really say most of the people can do that quietly. It's not important to show it publicly to other people.
Mm.
Yes, but what is your stand about Donald Trump's going against with LGBT, only accepting the female and the male in America?
Mm. Mm.
Do you think it's having the respect for equality or no?
I don't think so. So yeah, it doesn't have the respect for people and gender, and hmm, it is just a way of Donald Trump, and just judging from his mind. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. So mm, it is simple rule that it it is highly strict for people who are
yes,
in between just men and women. So not so they are not be able to they are not to be
they cannot be
judged.
able.
They are
Yes,
not to judged into just simple two genders, and yeah, but
but
so there should be some
conditions.
categories or the so rules to um, rules to regulate the so rights of the
LGBT people.
LGBT people, or because if the sexual positions are too fine and too detailed, it is
Yes,
difficult to determine the way to support those people. So
yes.
yeah, to establish some rules and
Like
subsidies or
limitations also.
of course. So
Yes. How about with the same-sex marriage? Is it legal in your country?
I don't think so, but so some of municipalities in Japan actually provide them with certification.
Oh,
Yeah, so that make that make them to that make them be able to obtain some support from the municipalities and subsidies or something like that, like just a couple, just a
wow.
family, no, husband and wife. So
Yes.
yeah.
Here in the Philippines is a total no.
mm, mm,
Yes,
mm,
the
mm.
Roman Catholic, the churches is really against with the idea of
Mm, mm, mm.
like the same-sex marriage.
Mm,
That's
mm, mm.
why, the celebrities here, the members of LGBT, they will try to like request for wedding marriage in another country.
I see, I see.
Yes,
Mm.
okay. How about this question? Do you believe teenagers should be able to make big life decisions? Why or why not?
Um, teenagers. Hmm. Yes. Yes, they should. And yeah, but as long as they're matured. Yeah. So, for example, in Japan, after becoming 18 years old, they are considered as an adult. So, yeah, they are given uh, uh, so rights
The
to vote.
freedom. Oh yes.
Yeah. So, hmm. So that is one. There, like I said, so there should be some rules to, to define when is the complete adult, and so so even if we don't have those, yeah,
Chances.
lines,
Yes.
it is difficult
But
to decide
uh,
something.
I have known some of the like countries like America,
Mm-hmm.
if they if you will reach the age of 18, the parents will try to make you leave or move to another place, like a
Mm,
house. How
mm.
about in Japan? Is it the same?
Uh, it depends on the situation. In my case, I left my parents' house when I was 18 years old to enroll the university. Yeah, the timing is so yeah. We usually graduate from the high school at 18 years old, and most people.
So it's a
Yeah,
perfect timing for the
yeah,
legal
yes,
age.
yes, yeah, and most
Yes.
people will leave their house to enroll university or to start
To
work. Yeah, but considering the financial situation, living with our parents is better than
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
living by myself. So
It really
it
depends on the
yeah,
situation.
but especially in Tokyo or the next prefectures, mm, they are less likely to leave their house.
Ah, okay. Especially that in the city it
Yes, yes,
costs like the cost of living is higher.
yes, and they don't have to,
Ah,
leave
yes.
their parents'
Because they can see
houses.
many big opportunities in the
Yeah,
city.
yes, of course. So,
It's a case to case basis. I can
mm.
understand now. Okay, how about number four? Would you support someone who wants to be different from the norm? Explain your answer. Different from the other people, like the norms, female and male only.
Mm, mm. It's a difficult question, but I'd support someone like those people as long as it is reasonable for me. Yeah. So, but the the indicator to judge whether that the people are uh, inside of my their people's behavior uh, are reasonable or not is
Yes.
difficult, and yeah, I will try to understand their motivations and
How
their
about in your
reasons.
situation? Do you have friends like being a member of LGBT?
Yes, yes. One of my colleagues is yeah gay.
Yes, but we can really say that we should respect even though they are gay or lesbian as long as they can be able to do the things they need to do, like their responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
And also like showing respect value to other people because if they demand to be respected, they must also show respect to other people, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Mm.
How about number five? Should children learn about different types of families at school? Why or why not?
Yes, they should. Then understanding. Recently, the primary times are so varying compared to before. So the family sizes are getting so smaller, and sometimes we are likely to have the divorce, you know, and so single person or single mother couple families are increasing, I guess. Yeah, and LGBTQ process as well. Yeah, mm, and from children, the learning is very
I'm
important.
very sorry to cut you off. We are
Yeah,
running
yeah.
out of time. Bye.
Bye.